This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
So, Utkarsh, you are from Prayagraj, Political Science and IAS.
Yes, sir.
So, tell me something from the time since you passed out from higher education. What have you been doing?
Yes, sir. After my graduation in BTech in Electrical Engineering from in 2018, I have been preparing for the Civil Services examination. And meanwhile, I also appeared in the UP State Civil Services and State Forest Services examination, wherein I appeared in 3 interviews. And through the latest interview, I have been selected in the UP State Forest Services, sir.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
So, you've been an electrical engineer.
Yes, sir.
What are the inputs of the Government of India for electrical vehicles in FAME 2?
So the FAME 1 and FAME 2 schemes are the flagship schemes regarding the electric vehicles. And in the FAME 2 scheme, there are incentives regarding the generating charging stations and also incentivizing the people to shift towards electric vehicles by reducing taxes. And also, sir, the incentives given to the industry in order to set up the charging facilities, sir.
What about the battery storage?
Sir, the battery swapping program is also included in the FAME 2 scheme. So regarding the battery storage, sir, I have to read more on this, sir.
Have you read the budget 2023?
Yes, sir, I have gone through it.
So there is a provision for battery storage in the budget.
Yes, sir. Sir, I was unable to recall, sir. I will read in detail. Yes.
Okay. Now tell me how, as an electrical engineer, a blockchain technology will help in your area. Blockchain technology.
Yes, sir. Sir, blockchain technology is a decentralized technology and it is interconnected. The computers can actually communicate autonomously without intervention of the human. And sir, it will help in integration of all the programs that are taking place in silos, and especially the smart grids and smart meters can be very holistically overviewed, and also the problems related to the smart grids can be resolved, sir.
So what about intermediaries who do theft, etc.? Can that be checked through blockchain?
Yes, sir. That will be definitely checked through blockchain, sir.
Why are we not going ahead with using this technology in the electrical grids?
Sir, we are in the process.
Why I'm asking you, in UP, there is serious problem of power thefts in many of the districts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Recently only we had the problem of power cuts. Sir, the government is trying to proceed in this regard, using blockchain technology in electrical grids. But sir, I have to look into it so that I can get into the details.
Okay. Any other area in electrical engineering using blockchain technology?
Sir, I'm sorry, I'm not able to recall currently, sir.
Okay. Have you gone through the budget of the Government of India 2023?
Sir, in this regard, I'm not able to recall currently, sir. I had gone through it once, but I have to
go. So not forget about blockchain. I'm talking about last mile connectivity was mentioned in the budget. Have you gone through the last mile connectivity? What are the areas listed under last mile connectivity?
Sorry, sir, I'm unable to recall currently.
Okay, so which is the football club that you supported?
Sir, my favorite football club is Real Madrid, sir. And in India, it is Bengaluru FC.
Okay, so why Real Madrid is so different from Manchester City? What is the main area of difference between the two clubs?
Sir, I feel the philosophy is basically different of both the two clubs. Earlier on, we used to see that Manchester City used to shell a lot of money on players, but they were not very integrated and played in silos. While Real Madrid is a very well-knit unit throughout, as we can see right from the time of Galacticos when Ronaldo R9 and Zinedine Zidane used to play. And currently, Cristiano Ronaldo provided them the right push in terms of striker. And even after his departure, the central and the strikers have been very integrated in their approach. And Karim Benzema has provided them the.
So, Utkarsh, why did he leave? Why did Ronaldo leave Real Madrid when he was getting well paid?
Sir, according to himself, Ronaldo's statement was that he had achieved what all he wanted in European football in Real Madrid, winning 3 Champions League trophies, and so he wanted to explore more. Hence, he shifted to Juventus in order to push them to win the Serie A title. And sir, thereon he also moved on to Manchester United. Now he is a player of Al Nassr.
Okay, thank you, Utkarsh. I'll pass it on to the next speaker.
Thank you, sir.
So, Utkarsh, you are from Prayagraj, right?
Yes, sir.
So, you are from that Prayagraj of Prayagraj, or you are from that Allahabad Prayagraj?
Sir, I am from Prayagraj district, which was earlier known as Allahabad.
Where did the name Allahabad come from?
So the name Allahabad came from the word Ilaha, which means abode of the gods. It was named as such by Emperor Akbar.
It's a new city altogether. It was founded by Mughals. Anyway, have you heard of Kyoto Varanasi Partner City Agreement?
Yes, sir.
What is that all about?
Sir, it is about the cultural linkages, ancient cultural linkages between the two, and to have a people-to-people exchange and cultural exchange between China and India, and to, in this manner, reduce
Japan.
Sorry, sir, India and Japan, and reduce any form of cultural differences that were there, and also increase the tourism exchanges and also, sir, the revenue and trade exchanges, sir.
You got to read about it. It's not about that.
Yes,
it's much more than that. Now tell me something. Recently there was a report that margin over other sources of oil to Russian oil is just 2%. I mean, Russian oil is just 2% cheaper than other sources, oil sources.
Yes.
Then why India is so much, interested in buying Russian oil and getting the criticism from West? What's the benefit?
Sir, even if it is a bit cheaper on a large scale, it constitutes around 3% of India's total oil imports, and it plays a huge role in reducing the forex, the import bill of oil. And also, sir, more than oil, India is having defense exchanges with Russia and having strategic relations since 1971 friendship treaty. Hence, India is very strategically intertwined with Russia, and India cannot all out go against Russia in the international arena, sir.
Have you heard of Raisina dialogue?
Yes, sir.
What is this Raisina dialogue, and what is the relevance of this kind of dialogues?
Sir, Raisina dialogue is the flagship strategic forum of India, organized by Observer Research Foundation and the Ministry of External Affairs. And sir, it actually tries to discuss the issues of global importance, such as climate change, trade exchanges, and also the Russian-Ukrainian crisis, and invites the experts and academicians from all over the world, including the government experts, to give their perspective, and so that India can learn and get more exchanges and learn more about the overall worldview.
My last question to you. Recently, China brokered a peace deal between Iran and Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
What is the relevance of this event for India, and how should India react?
Sir, first, there are two ways to see it. Firstly, sir, it is good for India because a peace between Saudi Arabia and Iran will help India in treading the path more smoothly, which India was earlier finding it difficult to balance the two. And the two poles will now have a normal relationship. Hence, it is good for India and India's diaspora also. Secondly, sir, it is a thing to ponder upon because China has actually gained the strategic space that was left the vacuum that was left due to exit of USA. And India instead could not actually get that space. And this actually increases China's strategic depth in the region, sir. So it is both ways, sir.
Okay, thank you. I'll now pass it over to the next panelist.
So Utkarsh, you like playing cricket. You watch cricket also.
Yes.
Okay. Just today, a a retired Pakistani cricketer has given a statement that India should start playing cricket with Pakistan. Okay. So what is your opinion? Should we start bilateral series also? We, of course, play with them in ICC tournaments. How about bilaterals? Should we visit Pakistan or should Pakistan team visit India?
Sir, India should not play bilateral series with Pakistan as long as the relations are not normalized with them. And it depends solely on the government to take a call regarding this, sir. So whatever the government decides, that should be done, sir, in this regard.
Okay, okay. But sports has been used in the past. There have been instances where sports was used as a medium to broker peace or take a initial first step to establish peace. Can you tell any example? Okay, anyways, it's fine if you don't know. There is a counter argument. Like you said that's one side, that government should take a final call, and as long as our relations are not normal, we should not play with them. But then the counter argument is that if we start playing, perhaps that may give us an opening to normalizing the situation. So how do you counter this this point of argument?
Yes, sir, this is true that this can happen and take place. But sir, for this, it is also important that the strategic and government power should actually vest with the elected government in Pakistan, which is not the case presently. And the army is currently holding the power. So, sir, even if we play
army is currently holding the power, or is there an elected government?
Sir, elected government is there, but the proxy power is
all right.
with.
Yes.
Hence, sir, it will become very difficult for India even if they bilaterally play. And we see that whenever India has become soft towards Pakistan, events such as Pathankot and Pulwama have taken place, sir. So we should be mindful of that. And back channel diplomacy is the best way to move forward currently, sir.
All right. Very right. Any other examples of cricket diplomacy in recent times? Final test match, India-Australia?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. India-Australia test match that took place in Ahmedabad was actually the 75th year of India-Australia cricketing ties. And this was celebrated with much fanfare, and Australian PM and Indian PM visited the stadium, had a stadium tour, and also after that, the bilateral meetings took place between them.
All right. My last question to you. Prayagraj is a religious center. Some time ago, there was a controversy in Jharkhand on Sumed Shikhar. If you are aware that, Jain community was protesting against some of the initiatives. So do you think that government should be actively involved in religious tourism? Because even in Mathura, if you see, there are some protests going on against, locals are protesting for corridor development. So do you think that government should be promoting religious tourism? And if the government should, what are the aspects that need to be taken care of?
Sir, the government should promote, but as a facilitator, not directly. And the good works of government and governance and administration that are taking place should be an indirect factor to promote the religious tourism. And sir, for this, some things should be taken in mind, that the communal angle should not be there at any point of time. And wherever such events are being organized, the proper barricading and police surveillance should be there, sir.
Okay, I was looking at a different aspect. I mean, the local community should be involved. Those who are getting displaced, or they should have a say in the initiatives. All right, thank you. I'll pass on to the next panel member.
So, you have done your graduation from electrical engineering?
Yes, sir.
But do you know the difference between isolator and circuit breaker?
Yes, sir. Sir, I know that the circuit breaker actually cuts the current supply, increases the resistance, and hence stops the current flow, sir, power flow.
Okay. What is Buzol relay?
Sir, Buchholz relay is also a form of circuit breaker only, but sir, I'm not able to recall the details.
Okay. So should I move on to some other aspect from electrical engineering?
Yes, sir, I will be more comfortable.
Okay. So you tell me, what are the recent political developments in Nepal and how will it impact India?
So the most recent political development is the election of a new president in Nepal. And apart from him, the couple of months ago, a new prime minister was also came into power, Mr. Prachand. And sir, it is said that due to the since Mr. Prachand and Mr. Oli are there in coalition, and they have a good connection and with the Chinese government, and Chinese government has been having a great deal of involvement in Nepali politics. So, sir, these are some of the developments which will pose a challenge for India. However, in the recent past, the relationship between India and Nepal has also improved after the cartographic aggression in 2020. And sir, the high-level diplomacy is taking place. Recently, Foreign Secretary, sir, also visited there.
Okay. How the peace brokered by China between Saudi and Iran will impact I2U2 initiative?
Yes, sir. Sir, the I2U2 initiative will be involved to some extent, affected to some extent, because, sir, currently Saudi and Iran will be having a normalized relations, and two of the partners in I2U2, especially Israel and USA, are very sort of have an antagonism towards Iran. And sir, it will be difficult to manage the relation between Saudi Arabia and Iran. And for India also, it will become difficult to move the I2U2 in the correct direction, because India is having good relations with Saudi, Iran, as well as all the members of I2U2. So, sir, to come on a common platform in these meetings will become a bit more difficult.
You see, presently France is seeing a widespread protest.
Yes, sir.
Please throw some light on it. Why?
So the major protest reasons in France are related to the employment issues and the rising inflation and the economic slowdown that is taking place in European Union and France.
Are you aware about the pension reform?
Yes, sir.
Talk something about it.
So the pension reform include the shift from old pension scheme to the new pension scheme. And in the new pension scheme, the whole of the fiscal burden that was there in old pension scheme on the government has been reduced, and a significant amount of share has to be contributed from the employer himself, and that will be invested in the provident funds and various forms of stocks which he will get after retirement.
Thank you.